How's it going, everybody? I'm Daniel, you're watching Kombat X. So I'm back with one of my favorite series, which is the top 10 games for your iPhone. Okay, keep in mind that, as I said, I'm going to show you guys 10 games. All of them are going to be free, okay? So I don't want paid, and it's not going to be a mix. All of them are going to be free. Also, I'm going to make a part 1 and a part 2. This is obviously the part 1. And another thing, so I'm going to separate the games. I'm going to do a little bit different this time. So I'm going to separate the games into 4 genres. So I'm going to separate them between racing, flying, shooting, and fighting. So that's 4 different genres right there. And within those genres, I'm going to separate them into 2 different categories. So I'm going to have simulator games for all of these 4 genres and arcade games for all of these 4 genres. So I think doing this, I'm going to pretty much reach all of the gamers, or pretty much all of the gamers, the majority of gamers on a mobile device. So the categories you want, so the top 4 categories on games, and the style you like simulator or arcade. So I think you're gonna like it. As I said, I'm gonna do this part 1, and then we're gonna jump to the part 2 later this year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So as I said, I've got 2 folders called arcade games and simulator games. So let's get started. I'm going to show you 4 arcade games and then 4 simulator games, and then the 2 extra, totaling up 10 games. So arcade ones, let's go ahead and get started with Asphalt Extreme, which in my opinion is the best driving game in the arcade category out right now. So let's get started. So I'm gonna pretty much skip directly to the gameplays. I'm not gonna show you all the menus and everything, otherwise this video is gonna be like 1 hour long. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we've got the car you have and the cars you can buy. Okay, you have quite a lot of cars. I'm just gonna show you this submenu because the cars are pretty cool, and as you guys can see, the graphics of the cars and everything is just really nice. And you've got real cars, as you guys can see, the brands and everything, which is something I particularly like. So right now I have this Ford Focus RS, which is the standard car you get. And then I'm gonna play this random first race from my career, okay? Of course, you can, throughout the game, customize your car, buy these things, and that's how the game gets your money. So, of course, I'm not gonna buy anything, because the purpose is being free. So, of course, you can customize the way you play it, okay? Like, for example, I got this steering wheel right here, but you can also decide to tilt your phone in order to steer, but I don't like that. So, so I'm steering from this little steering wheel right there, and then here I've got the brake, and here I've got the nitro. So it's pretty much all the combination you need to have a racing arcade game is having the nitro thing and these flying and things like that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. As you guys can see, climbing my way up there, almost in the second position, and I'm not gonna play the whole race. You got the idea, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So next up, Flight Pilot. Okay, this Flight Pilot game again. It says simulator on the name, but I don't think it's a simulator game because you have those little missions and you have like fly through the checkpoints and things like that, and for me that describes as a arcade game. Okay, so right here we've got again many sub-menus and things like that. Let's just go ahead and fly, and keep in mind that you can select the plane you want when you are like climbing on the stages and doing longer missions and better missions, so you get better planes. So I've got the takeoff class, and now I'm gonna go for this rescue mission, which I have never played. So as I said, different planes right here. Okay, you can buy these, and again, that's how the game makes money. And I have quite a lot of planes, cool little planes, fighter jets and things like that, but I don't have money for any of that, so I'm just gonna go with this basic plane. Okay, so I have to rescue this guy, and then this game, you play it in the tilting kind of way. So let's go ahead. So put on the throttle, and then as soon as I feel like I have the speed, and hopefully the screen, the game shows me, I can take off. There we go. So I'm tilting, as you guys can see. Right here we see the height I am right now, and here we've got the radar. Okay, so I can see where the little guy is that I have to rescue, which is this green thing right there, and the blue thing is just showing me the direction. Okay, so then as it says, pass through the area to confirm the location. So I just have to confirm that the guy is there. Another very cool thing is that if you're feeling like the game is a little bit slow, you can actually tap on this X1 here, becomes X2, so everything becomes twice as fast. So for us it's much better. So I'm just flying right there, getting the little extra star, and then I'm gonna fly pass through the area actually. And the guy is right there. Okay. So mission accomplished, everything is very easy, and then you've got all these little animations and things, which are kind of nice. So Flight Pilot. Next up, Mortal Kombat X, or 10, because of the iPhone thing. So let's go ahead and open it up. We all know Mortal Kombat from our youth, from the consoles of back in the day, PlayStation 1 and all, and it's pretty cool, it's very nice. The only thing I particularly don't 100% love about this game is because the commands are not 100% nice. So it's pretty much tapping and swiping, as long as just when the game shows you to do that. So for me, really, like, it's not my favorite kind of command. I would like to have buttons, but the graphics and the gameplay and the story and the fatality and things are so nice they just make up for the gameplay not being so good. So let me show you how it works. So you have pretty much tap and then swipe. So like tap, 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 and then swipe. So I missed that one right there. So then tap, 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 and then back, and then hold with your fingers to block. So then if he eventually, yes. So I can pretty much block, as you guys can see. I can attack him and then swipe to do a little bit of a combination. Tap again and blocking again. And then that's pretty much it. You kind of have to wait for the computer to actually tell you what command you do. So that's like, as I said, the gameplay is not very good, but look at that. Like, it just looks so nice. And then look at that. I love that. So cool. So then you cut half of his head. You just cut off his face. How amazing is that? So, like, it's brutal and everything, but it's just like so hardcore, and then it just symbolizes so much Mortal Kombat that I just could not skip that one from my list. So that's pretty much it. Again, menus and things that you don't really mind. That's the gameplay, that's a fatality, and that's what you want to see. Okay, so next, which is the final category for the arcade games, which will be the shooting game, Zombie Frontier 3. This is a lovely game. I love it. As you guys can see, it's for zombies, and you aim like this and you shoot and you don't walk. I mean, the computer walks for you. So then you shoot the person like here, you reload here, and then you aim here. It's kind of like The Walking Dead with this like revolver. I think they put it on purpose. Oh, okay, I have to reload. So yeah, I'm trying to get the headshots, but sometimes it's a little bit hard. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is the first zone. You get many different zones, you get many different weapons and different stages, and let me show you one more. Okay, I had to buy the damn thing, so like, not with real money, but still. Okay, so I can change weapons now, and then I can kill them much better. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's very satisfying. Even though I don't really like zombie games that much, they're not my favorite kind of game. But this one, I don't know, it just seems so good. And like, graphics are nice, they're kind of cartoonish. They're not 100% real life, but yeah, it's pretty satisfying. Okay, we're done with the arcade games. I have another extra one, the Drift Zone 2, which I'm gonna go back right at the end. Okay, so let's go to the other half, which is Simulator. So let's keep with the same order, and then let's go ahead and start with Real Racing 3, which is the racing game simulator type. So we all know Real Racing 3 has been around for quite a while, but look at that graphic. I mean, come on, like, it's kind of an old game. It's not old, but it's kind of old. But you just don't have anything else like that in the business. I mean, it is so good. The quality is so great, and the graphics and everything, the physics behind the game the cars, you have quite a lot of cars, and then like look at that interior. It's so amazing. Since this is the first tutorial racing, you cannot select how you want to control the car, so I'm forced to control like tilting and braking like that. But I really don't like that method. I prefer, as I said, steering wheel and then accelerating and braking, or just braking. And this has also auto braking because of the first tutorial racing. But look at that graphic, and like you have real cars, real tracks, so it's just great. You can play with friends. So I highly recommend, if you really like simulator racing games, this is the best right now. I would recommend buying that, downloading that. Is for free, of course, and you will not be disappointed. So next up, let's talk about planes. So Flight Simulator Fly Wings 2016. So that's pretty good. This menu looks a little bit cramped, but again, you have quite a lot of planes right there, and we can just have a free flight. So let's go ahead and have a free flight and play. So music that says now 172, which is a plane, and you can see that it looks much more professional than the other one. Like everything, the graphics and everything, it just looks like a real simulator, and it looks like how it should look. So it's saying you have to tilt, and I got it. Having a little bit of a hard time here. Sorry for the angles. It's just because I have to do these angle things, otherwise I won't get the plane right. So as you guys can see, it is much harder. Have all the information right here, and then it's just very sensitive. It just feels like how a plane simulator app should, because it feels hard, it feels a little bit slow, and it picks up everything that you have to do on your plane. It's not as damn, that's hard. Okay, so it's not as responsive as the other one, but in a good way. It is not responsive because it has to be slow in order to be an actual real simulator. It can't be like turn right and it goes right like a car, because it doesn't work like that in real life. So I would recommend downloading this game. Again, it is for free. You have loads of different planes. It is a simulator. If you love the physics of planes and things like that, that's the one to go. So that's Flight Simulator Fly Wings 2016. Right now we're gonna talk about fighting games, and Jesus, like, I'm gonna talk about real boxing first, and then we're gonna go to the UFC one as the extra. So real boxing is probably, arguably, the best fighting game I've ever seen. You have to keep in mind that I particularly like boxing. I personally box, and I think that's why I like it. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we have like quick fight, arcade, multiplayer, career, gym, customizing, things like that, which you don't have to go through right now. But what we have to go through right now is the actual fight. Get a random okay, Las Vegas fight. Okay, so the commands are actually very good. You have like jab, tap in here, right jab, tap in here. You have the hook, like left hook, right hook, uppercut. You can clinch. I'm gonna show you all the commands right here. I haven't played that much with this game, but I already feel like I can get my way around it. So you can block right here. You can block here, and you can evade here. And then when you evade, you can hit the guy. And then you can like right jab, left jab. So then you can like right hook, and then he got me right there. Right hook, sorry. So you can dodge, 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 beautiful. And then hit him in the face, great. And then jab, jab, uppercut. Whoa, he got me good. Yes, great. So this, in a way, is much more difficult than real life, because you actually don't feel what's going on right there. But then you just have to find the perfect opportunity and then hit him very nice. So then that's pretty much it. Hook, uppercut. So then, like, I just love this game. You have to play it. You have to be really focused to play this one, because it is like a real life boxing fight. So amazing. Really recommend. I think it's probably one of the best games of this whole list. Okay, and to finish the simulator games, the first part, we're gonna talk about MC5. MC5 stands for Modern Combat 5, and it is so good. Okay, so here we are. Here I can move with my left thumb. Here I can pretty much aim, and right here I can shoot. But as you guys can see, the graphics are great. It just really looks like console quality graphics. And then here I can already see the guys, and then it takes a little while actually understanding how it works, because on the console it's a little bit different, but you pretty much have to like walk. You can't walk and aim at the same time. I mean, you kind of can, but it's kind of weird. So you walk here, you aim here, and you shoot here. So then it's like this thumb is for aiming and shooting, and this thumb is like walking and crouching. But look at the graphics and everything. It just really looks like a proper console style game. I've never seen a first-person shooter game with this level of quality on a mobile device. So let's go ahead and see if I can find some more bad guys to shoot. And I have. Okay, the other guy got him. Okay, so there's somebody behind me actually. Okay, I got him. Okay, it takes a little while, as I said, taking it in and understanding how it works. If you're used to the console, but and without talking, it actually helps a lot. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I really recommend. Here you can see the weapon and everything, the menus, and then you have your missions, and it's a very complete game, and I really recommend downloading that. And okay, so we are done with the first 8, and I'm gonna show you the 2 extras, which are a repetition of one genre. So for the arcade, I've got Drift Zone 2. So then you've got the car right there, again, amazing graphics, and then you can just shoot ride, and then get a mission like this first mission, Drift 1, continue, arcade, you don't need to see that. And then let me show you how the game actually looks. So all you have to do is pretty much steer left or right, and then use your handbrake right there. Whoa. And then drift and have some fun. So graphics are great, as you guys can see. I don't have to tell you that. And the gameplay is a little bit on the hard side. The car is a little bit on the slippery side as well, and I was missing the handbrake button, that's why. So the car is just slippery, I mean, sometimes, but I think that's the point. But then once you get the hang of it, using the handbrake and the arrows, you can actually kind of work this game around. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the extra game of the extra arcade game. And last but not least, finally, we've got a simulator game, the extra one, which will be UFC. We've got Conor McGregor right there, or Conor Loser McGregor right there. So since UFC has so many different kind of combinations, you go to the ground and then you do all these different kind of things, I particularly think that the boxing game that I showed you before is quite better. But let me show you how that works. You have those special moves right here, as you guys can see, that they show up in red. And then apart from that, we've got those different kind of things, like they put you to the floor, so then you have to do that. You have to like medium swipe, so then you attack him. You can attack him even though you are in the complicated position, if you know what I mean. But you can still attack him. But you can dodge. You can always dodge and block. So it's pretty much dodging is backwards, blocking is 2 fingers. You can tap to hit the punch. So tap to punch. Let me just. So dodge, block, tap. Wow, that was bad. So tap for punch, swipe right for a stronger punch, and swap diagonally for an even stronger punch. Plus you can drag him to the floor when that button appears, and also all those special moves that I showed you. So that's pretty much it, guys. I showed you 10 of the best apps of 2017. That's the part 1 video, but I really hope you like that, so I'll post a second part video because I really love doing those kind of videos. So please make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna put the link right here and in the description as well. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe button as well, and hit the little bell icon right next to the subscribe button so you get a notification on your phone whenever I post a new video. So that's pretty much it, and I see you guys next week. Bye bye.